So suicide attempt number 2 was about, 3 years down the road or something like that, because it was when my son was about 2 years old. No, he was older than that. It was 4 years down the road, because he was about 3. He was about 3 years old. Yeah, 3. And I was going through a custody battle with my ex, my baby daddy, and my son was also sick. He was in the hospital with leukemia, and I obviously was not about to leave him at any point in time, but with the whole custody battle going on, things were getting really stressful and hard, and me and Steve were fighting a lot, and he was doing some things that were definitely egging on my freaking out, I guess, like texting me from RMH while he wasn't even supposed to be over there, and like playing mind games with me, and just being not very nice. And I ended up losing my shit in the hospital. I threw my phone because I was so upset. I threw my phone, not in front of my son, it was in the bathroom, but regardless, he was in the hospital bed, I was in the bathroom, the door shut, I threw my phone, picked it up, I saw it was broken, was even more upset with myself, and I threw it again, and I threw it again and again and again, and then smashed the fucking shit out of my phone. And previously to that, actually, I asked the nurses if they could keep an eye on him for a minute so I could go get some fresh air, because I was about to lose my shit, and they weren't able to at the time, which, I mean, they're busy, I don't blame them for that, but maybe someone should have looked at me and realized, like, this girl is really losing her shit, she needs a few minutes, and, like, try to make that doable, or, like, I don't know, give me permission to take my son out for a walk or something. But regardless, that's not the point. I lost my shit, and the nurse came in, they're like, okay, well, you can go if you want now. I'm like, thank you, like, thinking to myself, like, oh my god, fuck, like, I wish he would have been here 2 minutes prior, but okay. So I gave my son a kiss, told him I'd be back. I was trying really hard not to lose my shit anymore. He was upset, but, like, he wasn't, like, crying or anything. He was just, like, looking at me like, what the fuck, Mom, like, what's wrong with you? And, like, he's seen me freak out before. Not that I'm proud of that, but, like, he did know that, like, I sometimes fucking lost my shit, and, like, my mental health wasn't always the most stable, but he wasn't in a place where, like, he was gonna be hurt or anything. Like, he was totally fine. He was with the nurses, and I walked out of the hospital, realized I didn't have my car keys, so I couldn't go to the car to have a smoke. Well, take a bong toke, actually, is what I was gonna go do, because I had my bong in the car at the time, because I was just parked there, not driving anywhere, just, like, parked at the hospital for weeks or whatever. Well, ended up being years, but yeah, for weeks at a time. And, yeah, I'm talking too fast again. We ended up being parked there for weeks at a time, months at a time sometimes, and, like, yeah, so my bong was with me, usually. So I went to go take a bong toke, realized I didn't have my keys, didn't have a phone to get a hold of Steve. Didn't really want to go back in the hospital because I was still fucking losing my shit. I was still upset. I was bawling my eyes out because now I feel like I've just fucked up big time. Like, the only thing going through my head at this point is, I'm such a fucking idiot. What the fuck was I thinking? I'm so stupid, because now if the hospital tells the courts that I'm unfit to be a mom, I'm gonna lose my baby for sure. And that's the only thing that I was thinking about, was I just fucked this up. I fucked everything up because I lost my shit, and now I'm gonna lose my son. And then I walked over to RMH where Steve was. I got them to let me in and knocked on my room door. He opened the door, let me in, and I talked to him, and, like, I was upset, and, like, we were fighting, and he kept saying things, like, nasty things to me and shit, and, like, such things like, how are you ever gonna be able to take care of Luca now? Like, they're never gonna give you custody, like, blah, 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 blah. Like, just stupid ass shit that, like, he knew would egg me on and push me into a point of total, like, breakdown mode, which, I don't know. I think he did that on purpose. I don't know. Fuck. So, yeah, I had a mental breakdown, and I grabbed a cord from his razor. This was, like, one of the most blatant suicide attempts, or, like, most, like, right in your face attempts, I guess, that I've ever had, and, like, I was ashamed of it. I still am, but hey, I'm not ashamed of who I am, and it is what it is. So yeah, I grabbed his razor charger cord, and I wrapped it around my neck, and it broke. The cord broke. So I threw the cord and the razor, and then I went into the bathroom, and I closed the door, and I locked it. And then I found my blow dryer, and I took my blow dryer cord, wrapped it around my neck, and wrapped it on the towel hook, because there was a towel hook on the wall or the back of the door or whatever. it was, and I tried to hang myself. And, I mean, it worked. I wasn't breathing, my face was going purple, and there was, like, saliva coming out of my mouth. And Steve broke in, like, somehow pushed the door through. I don't even know how he managed it, but, like, he broke in the door. The door wasn't broken, but, like, he got it to unlock by pushing on it hard enough somehow, or some shit, or whatever. Maybe he unlocked it, I don't know. But yeah, he got in and he unwrapped the cord from around my neck and just kept shaking me like, Jenny, please wake up. Jen, wake up, Jenny, please wake up. Don't do this, and like shit like that. And like, I came to and I was so upset. I'm like, why did you do this? Why would you bring me back? I was happy there. I was safe there. I was finally happy. I was finally safe, and I was warm, and I was okay. And why'd you bring me back? I hate you so fucking much. And I just lost it again. And by then we were like arguing, fighting or whatever, and like he went out of the room and I was still bawling my eyes out. He called the police. I don't know when this happened exactly. It's honestly a big blur for me. Like, I don't really remember a lot of fights and stuff, like when it's that traumatic and like stressful. And yeah, so the police came, and when the police came, I was just sitting in the tub. I mean, I don't know if I actually was just sitting in the tub. Probably was gonna do something else stupid, but like, they came, they knocked on the bathroom door. I opened it, I was naked. I was like, oh shit, not Steve. Okay. They're like, do you want to put some clothes on? I'm like, yeah, I do. So then I grabbed the one guy, like the cop officer, handed me a towel. I put that around me, and then the lady officer found me some clothes to put on. She gave me a dress, like a summer dress that goes over your bathing suit, with a pair of leggings and a pair of like shoes or whatever. And I'm like, whatever, this will do. Like, it's a dress and don't have a bra on. Like, whatever, it's okay. So I wore that, and then they took me in an ambulance, even though I didn't want to, and I told them, like, I didn't do anything, like, what, Steven's lying. I just said, Steve, he lied, like, I didn't do anything, I'm just taking a bath, I'm totally chill over here. Meanwhile, I have, like, wire marks around my neck, my eye, the pupil actually, the blood vessel, like, the blood vessel in my eye actually popped and, like, looked all fucked up and, like, red and shit, and, like, yeah, so they took me to the hospital in the ambulance. They ended up giving me a smoke, which I thought was really sweet of them, actually. Once we got there, they gave me a smoke and let me have a smoke if I wanted to first. And then I went in and talked to Merge for a bit and, like, argued with them, like, I can't be here right now. Like, my son is at the other hospital. Like, I'm at the women's hospital now in Vancouver. My son's at Children's Hospital alone. I need to get back there now. And, like, obviously, if I would have killed myself and died, then he would have been there alone. And I obviously was not thinking clearly or cognitively at the time, because even if my ex did somehow manage to get custody, I would have fought for him, and like, I would have not let that happen. I would have done anything in my power to be with my son, even if that meant marrying my ex again, like, literally. Like, I would have done anything. And yeah, I just wasn't thinking clearly at the time. BPD and like emotions and stress and everything just got the best of me, and yeah. They drug tested me at the hospital, and it came back clean, and they did a psych evaluation or whatever, and the doctor, I can't remember what he said to me. I don't know, I think he said to make another appointment or whatever with my Vancouver doctor, the one who like diagnosed me with BPD, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Never did it. And then, yeah, I went back to the hospital that night to be with my son, and like, my dad was there, and like, oh my goodness, it was a big fucking mess because everybody knew, and I was like, dude, it was all fucking bullshit. All bullshit. I didn't do anything. Meanwhile, I'm just fucking falling apart. And that's the story of the time I tried to kill myself the second time. But hey, during that time, I actually felt like I made connection with my goddess that I believe in, the one that I work with and follow and like, yeah, honor. So I felt like I gained some clarity with my life with that, and like, for the first time in forever, I felt like I had a purpose. I felt like she told me something while I was there. She told me, like, your time isn't yet, you need to keep living, like, there's more to this. So I kept trying to live and like do the thing, you know, the human thing and like the adulty thing and the parent of a sick kid thing and like all the things, and I just kept doing the things. And then at one point I was home, sorry, this will be suicide story number 3.